I do something called the 5-star shout out. I love to say this line. I'm not gonna say it because I don't believe in it. I don't believe in you can't make a you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Good morning. Happy to be here on this Saturday morning. We're a little late. You know what I mean? We had a little couple things, doing something new. Season 3. We're trying to celebrate things in a little different way. We wanted to try something new today. So stick with us. Listen to us. We got some new things we're doing. And at the end of the day, I want y'all to remember this at the end of the day. These are just our thoughts. All right? We are not telling you what you're supposed to do. These are just our thoughts. But as we usually start off as usual, let me introduce y'all to the chocolate girl, Sharon Monk.
Hey everybody. Hey Dennis. Inner Thinkers Podcast. Welcome to the side, Jawn, everybody, where we come to you every Saturday morning. Just to chop it up a little bit. So glad to have you here with us today. Sorry, we got started a little late, but the best is yet to come. We here.
On fire, your ass. Good morning. Yeah, I'm happy to be here. Like I said, this is the start of season 3. Who knew? Who knew that we would be here for season 3?
Yeah.
With everything that we have been through. You know what I mean? Who knew?
Yeah.
You know, we've been talking about it for a couple of weeks. Like, what were some of our favorite shows since we've been doing this? And I know one of the funniest shows I had was with you wasn't around for this show. This was actually me and Sean Jones. It probably was one of the funniest shows I had. I laughed so hard I had to leave the camera. I got a cramp in my stomach. I laughed so hard. But that was one of my funniest. What was one of yours?
The funniest, it's hard to say. The funniest, Ray was funny. He had me laughing most of the time. Sneaky G-Man, Sneaky G-Man had me cracking up the whole show.
Sneaky G-Man.
He's funny. I follow him on TikTok mainly, and he has great content. It's just so funny to watch him and see the stuff that he says. But I would have to say those are the two funniest, that I can remember right now. We've done so many shows.
Yes. And it's always great having reoccurring guests on, like Sweet Love, Lynn Sturman, Chris and Maureen. Who else is
What's up, Maureen? Shout out to Maureen and Chris. We miss y'all. We got to have y'all back on. And Sweet Love, of course. And Lynn, Big Lynn got to come back on and give us some relationship advice again.
Yes. Definitely do.
And no, we still haven't had our sushi lunch. No.
Well, they're going to do it soon. One of these days.
I'm still waiting. Shout out to Lynn's third event, though.
Yeah, shout out to Lynn, man. Lynn, you keep doing your thing. Yeah. those are some of the main things right there that that keep this show going. I loved all the interviews though because I've learned something through interviews. I've learned about people how they struggled, how they overcame it, how they got better. Like Go Get a J and tell you the story about how
Mhm.
her bank account used to be negative all the time. She always overdrawn, and now she out there making businesses, turning people restaurants around. I gotta say I love her, and she doesn't mind doing work in the community as well. Gotta love that about Go Get a J.
Mhm.
King of the Hooks. Just seen him the other day with Gilly. Him and Gilly was having a sing off the other day. Just seeing that.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
I
Yeah.
think I
So
saw some video. Somebody posted some video about them doing that. I was like, oh, Gilly.
yeah. Yeah, Gilly was trying to get his sing on. Yeah. That was I ain't gonna lie, that was very, very good. That was very good. That was very
Yeah,
good
but
content.
that King of Hooks boy, Chris, he got that voice down, boy.
Yeah.
He's hard to touch. I can tell you that.
Hard to touch. Got an old school soulful. He could go old school soulful, or he could go new school. I tell you, he go both ways, man. And
Yep,
him and then the Philly Intruders doing their thing.
they sure
Proud
are.
of them.
Yep, I'm
Yeah,
glad to see them still doing their thing. BJ said we fired. One of us is getting fired, Dennis. Oh well.
that's cool. He already know me being fired. I think he about tired of printing pink slips or sending checks. I think how the phone automatically sends stuff. I think like when he go to dentist and he be like, it just say fired immediately right there for him. He's like, no, I wasn't gonna say that.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
When I'm automatically saved in the phone joints, I'm always fine. It's all right. We're gonna get better. We're gonna do better. We're gonna get better. But it's a couple things I wanted to do today. And I usually don't do this. This is not something I do. I'm usually against it. And I'm usually like, no, we're not using none of that stuff. We ain't doing none of that. But today, it's season 3. And maybe we can incorporate this more and more, hopefully. But I wanted to talk about some things that I've seen on the internet. And I just wanted to give the side, and we just wanted to give our thoughts. And again, I'm gonna say this again. These are just our thoughts.
Yep. There's
I
no
want
wrong
we
or
just
right, no right or wrong answer.
these are
We
just
just
our
gonna
thoughts,
share what we think. It's the
and we
side John,
appreciate
and we gonna do that.
the content that
Hmm.
everybody has put out there that we are using. Thank you very much.
Oh
Now
yeah.
here's the first one. Here's the first one. This is from one of my favorite quarterbacks.
And have that's considered fake that is acceptable.
Oh, teeth. You
Teeth.
can have fake teeth.
Fake teeth.
Yeah.
What else?
Fake,
Jewelry.
oh no.
Girl, let me find out that Jacoby got a fake Roleo. He got, you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is.
Yo,
It's
like-
hard being a dude out here.
Why you have to have it fake? Just don't wear it.
What else?
That's really all.
That's it. Now come on with it. It's a chick that she can have a weave. You can have fake eyelashes. You can have makeup on. That face is beat, but it ain't yours.
Mm-hmm.
Well. What do you thought? Just our thoughts. This is just our thoughts.
Well, when I listened to this, I played it 2 or 3 times, and Cam makes a very good point. I don't have any issue with what he's saying. I say it all the time. We have to remember as ladies that we are projecting an image that's different from who we really are. But as soon as a man does it, then he's a buster. He's this, he's that. Why do we do that to our men? It's like, why is it acceptable for us to put the falsies on? We can put the padded bra on. They even have padded behind you can put on.
Yeah.
And they wear it. We can wear weaves. We can put makeup on. I mean, makeup is just like that. And why is it acceptable for us? Is that considered to be a feminine thing? To have on fake stuff? When did that become feminine? A part of femininity to put fake things on our bodies? when did that happen? That's what that indicates. Femininity. I don't see it that way. I feel like if a man teeth, just like he said, false teeth is the only thing that he can have in false teeth. He got anything else on fake and it's found out, they would call him the biggest buster ever. You know what I'm saying? The biggest buster ever. I remember when the short men were walking around with these little elevated soles. When people found that out, that he had lifts in his shoe, that they had lifts in their shoes, they would get ridiculed for that. It's nothing that you all can do, but I guess it's just something that separates us because, hey, y'all can't wear fake stuff, just like women can't go out here and screw everything that moves without being called a slut, and y'all called the man. So there's differences. It happens that way. It is what it is. So men, don't wear anything fake, because we're going to talk about y'all just like y'all talk about the women out here doing the same thing y'all doing, and y'all calling them a slut. Just keep that in mind. What's your thoughts, Dennis?
I always wonder. Now I'm about to go left because you know me. I always wonder if there was a, you know how they got the BBL Dr. Miami and all that. What if they had one for men to enlarge their manhood? You know, he'd be you know my favorite line, Dr. Detroit. He'd be Dr. Detroit. What if men went and enlarged their manhood? You know what I mean? They went up 5 inches from wherever they was at. So now ain't nobody coming to the bedroom show. All of them got fake manhoods, and they ain't nobody coming to the bedroom show.
Okay, but nobody's seeing that except for the current partner that you're with. See, it's different with women with what we're doing. When we put fake boobs on a fake behind, soon as we walk in, you can tell. I can't tell what your manhood is in your pants. I can't see it. Don't want to.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
That's what I'm saying.
There's gonna be a lot of dudes out there.
That's the difference, though, Dennis. You got to acknowledge that. That is a difference.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what it is. There's gonna be a lot of dudes out there that once they get they Dr. Detroit treatment, they manhood enlarged, they gonna make sure that they wear the pants a little bit tighter so you get a good crotch watch. That's number one. They also gonna make sure that they keep a DP sent to your phone. They sending DPs like it ain't nothing. They sending DPs before they send a regular picture.
Yeah, well, that may be true. Maybe true. I guess some who get it enlarged for the wrong reason. Maybe that's why they would do that. But I'm not so sure. But still, you're still not going to readily see it like you would see weave down my ass. You know right. That ain't my. If you saw me yesterday with my hair like this, and the next day you see weave all the way down to my behind, you know what it is. See what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna see your manhood quick as that. You see what I'm saying? Even if you wear the tight pants, I may not be looking down there anyway, so I may not even notice it. I don't look at men like that. I don't be staring down there trying to see folks.
Oh, it's some
manhood
bulging. They crotch watch. There's crotch watching women out there, and there's gonna be a lot of gray sweatpants wearing dudes. And what's the other one? Gray
sweatpants.
Gray sweatpants. Yeah, gonna be a lot of gray sweatpants wearing dudes, and what's the other one? The hoochie daddy shorts.
Oh Lord, not the hoochie daddy shorts.
Hoochie daddy shorts.
Yeah.
Sheila said, "Don't send me no DP." They're gonna send you a DP before they even send you a regular picture. Once they get that Dr. Detroit enhancement.
Yeah, I don't like that. I told you about that.
I ain't want to bring it up. I ain't want to bring that up.
I told you about that. I don't like that. Don't be sending me that stuff.
Yeah, they're gonna be sending DPs out there. I know for a couple guys, I know that worked successfully for a couple guys. Nothing against whoever had problem with it, but I know a guy I was working with. He sent it to the GM. She saw it. They end up going downstairs in the basement having sex.
Yeah, but okay. You said You said it worked for him. Well,
Man,
okay.
because he made it seem like it was an accident. Like he didn't mean to send it to her. He meant to send it to some other girl.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he already knew what he was doing. It was a setup from the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I'm not trying to have no DPs on my phone or anywhere else. No, thank you.
You're right. You're right about that, Tavai. Tavai's in the house. What's up, Tavai? Good morning.
What's up, sweet love, to buy?
She said, just because you got it, don't mean you know how to use it. She's definitely right about that.
That's true. It ain't the size of the ship; it's the motion of the ocean.
Motion in the ocean. That's all it is.
That is such a true statement.
Yeah. So but back to the whole situation of fake stuff. I know guys that wear a bunch of fake stuff, fake jewelry, fake clothing, all that fake stuff, and they get, some of them get away with it, some of them don't. But they do a lot of fake stuff, just like women do a lot of fake stuff. So I'm gonna have to say it is what it is. But besides that, yeah, men don't wear too much fake stuff.
No, that's just the way it is. That's just the way it has to be. Just
Right.
like we can't go out here screwing everybody. Y'all can't wear fake stuff. That's the trade-off. How about that?
Yeah. So let's get to the next one. Let's see the next one. Hold on.
I've noticed that there's only room for my emotions when they're convenient for the woman that's asking me to be emotionally intelligent. That any emotional labor I do that's not for her convenience, or not that something she specifically asked for, that either goes unnoticed, or when I'm saying something that's not favorable, the shit gets used against me and it becomes about how she feels about what I said and not about the shit that I said.
Ladies, he making some too much sense. Somebody cry. Somebody cry. Somebody cry.
So what? All I'm saying, because saying that, all right, now we got our own money, we want y'all to be emotionally intelligent. That's a great fucking argument. Until it becomes a real life situation and you start to deal with an emotionally intelligent nigga and you realize it ain't been enough of them in your life and you don't know what to do with that type of man.
You're not lying. You're not lying. This is fact.
Sweetheart,
This is fact.
my baby, if all you done had is dudes that don't know how to express themselves, don't come sitting in front of me, a nigga that know how to express himself, complaining when I goddamn express myself. You understand what I'm saying?
Told you. You be thinking I'd be tripping when you say, where you meet these girls at? They be asking for all this extra. I'm gonna start introducing you to these videos I'll be watching. You're gonna start seeing.
You're gonna have to.
I'm gonna start introducing you to. You can always be saying that. Where you be talking to these women at? Start showing you these videos.
Well, you said it's your friends, and I'm like,
well, I know some, not all friends, but I know some people like that. Is what I always say.
That's what I'm saying. These are people you know. This is not just random videos you watching. These are people that you know that you're around.
I also see some people that made videos like that too. Trust me, I'm gonna bring it up. But he's talking about emotionally intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
They know how to express their emotions.
Right.
I'm a dude that don't express my emotions all the time because, that's something I need to work on. But
no, you don't.
Nah, I don't express my emotions because
I've known you 4 years, and you still need to work on that.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you what it is. You sit there, you complain about it. You spend your whole day miserable complaining about something that may have happened for 5 minutes. Now it messed up your whole day. I'm more so like, no, I ain't letting that 5 minutes ruin my day. This might be my last day. I ain't letting that happen. So I need to keep it moving. Whatever happened, it is what it is. I gotta keep it moving. That's the way I've been on things. I gotta keep it moving.
I don't understand. How does one have to do with the other? You can express your emotions without letting it ruin your whole day.
But then you start talking about it all day.
Just because you express it doesn't mean it's going to ruin your whole day. So I don't understand what you mean.
Well, once you start expressing, now you're talking about it for the rest. Me, I'm talking about it for a little bit too long.
Well, you just limit the time that you're going to talk about it, but don't not talk about it at all. That's the problem when you don't talk about it at all.
Okay.
That's the lesson. That's what I've been consistent. I've told you this. We've talked about this so many times. You got to talk about it. Get it out of the way and move past it. So this is so what do you think about what he said?
I think he's right. People are asking for things that they're not really, bro. I'm gonna say people. People are asking for things that they're not ready for. So I believe that he is right. You know, they say they want this, they want that. Then when they get it, you know, they'll probably sit there and tell him, "Oh no, I can't deal with you." You know, he was too much of a crybaby for me. He always had a problem, and that's how I feel on that. How did you feel?
I felt like I listened to this, I don't know how many times. And first of all, I like this dude. I don't even know what his name is. And I don't even know if the videos I'm seeing is all from the same conference or wherever they were at. But I keep seeing clips of this dude talking. And
they was on a tour. That's Ace the Metaphor is the guy you see jumping around and pointing to the camera. That's his podcast community.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't aware, but I've seen several different clips from that, whatever that thing is, that podcast. And when this guy is speaking, the guy with the beard, he makes a lot of sense in some of the things that he's saying. Now on this one, I'm kind of like this with it. Yes, I agree that this does happen with some women, but not all. There are women who grew up with men who had emotional intelligence like I did. So I can handle a man that can express himself because I've dealt with that before in my past, in my life, raised around it. So it's not something that I can't handle. So again, I would say to him the same thing that I say to you. Where are you getting these women that you're dealing with? Watch your circle. Who are you letting in your space? Watch, you need to be careful of who you let in your space. Seriously, because if you can't tell a woman who's never had an emotionally intelligent man in her life, you can kind of tell it. There's signs before you even get to this.
But dating, you can't tell that. Dating, you in a pool full of you in an ocean full of everything. You don't know what you picking out once you fishing in it.
No, I'm not saying from the beginning when you pick them out. I mean, over as you're getting to know the person.
So wait. So let me just ask. Just give me like don't give me a general time, but give me like if I've been with a woman for a year, I should know if she know how to handle my emotional intelligence.
Well, let's go by what the man said in the clip. He said, "We doing all this." And I wasn't, the person you dealing with not expressing their emotion. Then you say that you want us to express our emotions. Now, when I express my emotion, then you can't handle it. And it's a problem because I'm expressing my emotions and you don't know how to handle it. Now it's a problem. So that's indicates to me that there's been some time in a relationship that passed. How much time? I can't say 6 months versus 12 months. I could just say there's been some time. So I'm not saying right off the bat you should be able to tell this. But if you are really trying to get to know someone rather than just focusing on getting in their draws, then you will see cues. You will see it. If you're not just running around sniffing with just trying to get the draws all the time, if that's not your focus and your focus is actually trying to see if this person may or may not be the one, or is this something I can start on, or some relationship I can carry further? If you're really trying to find that out, and vice versa, us with dudes too, then you're going to get these cues. You just got to learn how to pay attention to them. And so if you get to the point when you start to be vulnerable and show some emotional intelligence, is what he called it, and they can't handle it, then fine, they can handle it. But you can't ridicule them 100% when you miss the cues, because there's some things that you should have seen in that person before then to know they didn't know how to handle it. I'm not saying that's 100%. I'm just saying sometimes. That's the reason why I'm just cautioning his language, because his language, the way that he said it or presented it, he said it as if this always happens all the time with most women. This is what happens. Y'all want this. This is how he said it. Y'all want this. And then when y'all get it, this is what y'all do. I'm just saying he needs to watch how he presents it. His point is valid, but it's not valid all the time with all women. Depends on the woman. So again, where are you getting these women from? That's what I say.
They out there. They out there in the ocean. I'm telling you. And that ocean of dating, they are out there. That
I'm
dating
sure they
ocean.
are. Mm-hmm.
It ain't a pool. It's an ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to let you know. Buck Flair, what's going on, Buck Flair? BJ, never mind. BJ and Buck Flair out here talking.
They out of control. Chuck talking about problem is when I get in them draws, women get emotional. Woo. Yes, we do sometimes, not all the time. Let me tell you something. I have a friend, I'm not saying her name because she may be watching and y'all might know her, but I know a girl who knows she can deal with a dude, she can sleep with a dude, and the next morning she's the one like, okay, you can go. You ain't gotta. And forget the next morning, sometimes it's right after. She don't even let them stay the night. It's like, okay, you can go now. It was what it was. If we had a good time, call you, or you call me some other time, but you got to go. You can stay in the night. This ain't no relationship. That's how she is. So it's not all women. Because I know a couple of women that are like that. I'm just not one of them, so I know what to do. That's why I don't have one night stands. I don't do it.
BJ just said that's why you only got to give them half of it. That way you only get half. My dad used to say, if you give them half of it, you're only going to get half the problems. That's my dad's famous line. You give them half of it, you're only going to get half the problems.
Well, for me, that's why I don't try to get, I'm not even interested in it. There's certain things that we got to get to before I'm even interested in getting all that. So it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
I have emotional intelligence. I know my emotions and I know me very well. So I know what I can and cannot do.
He said, I'm asking for that girl's number after the show.
I won't give it to you.
I didn't say I was asking for it. That's what he said.
No, I'm talking to him. I won't give it to you.
All right, hold on. We got one more. One more.
In a strong woman, and she tells you, no, I'm okay. She's really not okay. Okay? She really wants you to save her. She really wants you to come up with a solution to her problem. Okay? If you're dating a strong woman and she say, no, I'll figure it out. She really doesn't want to figure it out. She wants you to figure it out for her. If you're dating a strong woman and she says, no, I don't need it. It's all right. She really needs it. It's not all right. If you're dating a strong woman and she says, no, I don't need your help. She really needs your goddamn help. A strong woman is less likely to ask for any help, to ask for any assistance, to ask for anything. Brother, if you're dating a strong woman and she says, no, it's okay. You go ahead. You do what you got to do. It's all right. I'll figure it out. That's not what she really wants. She really wants you to say, you know what? Babe, I'm going to handle that later. I'm going to make sure I take care of you and make sure you good. If you're dating a strong woman, she's never going to say she needs you. She wants you to automatically understand that she needs you, brother. Come on, somebody. I'm not going to ask for help. I'm not going to say, well, can you? And here's the thing. If I do ask you for help and you agree to help me and you don't get it done, I'm never going to ask you for help again. If I do ask you for help, that means that I am testing you. If I ask you for help, I'm testing you. I'm going to see if you're dependable. I'm trying to see if I can count on you. I'm trying to see if you are an executor. I'm trying to see how long does it take for you to get shit done, because I'm used to getting shit done. I'm used to doing stuff without help. I'm used to handling my business. And it's not that I want it to be that way, because brother, I want to depend on you. I want you to show up for me. I want to give you opportunity to help me. I want to know that I can lean on you. I want to know that you're going to be able to get shit done for me. But 9 times out of 10, brother, I'm not going to ask. I just want you to know that you got this. Just do it for me, please. And in the midst of you doing it, I'm going to be so grateful. I'm going to praise you. I'm going to thank you. I'm going to show you that I'm appreciative. I am going to kiss your feet. I'm going to bow down. I'm going to worship the ground that you walk on. And I'm going to make you feel good. And I'm going to make you feel so good that you're going to want to always do things for me, because you love that I appreciate you. You love that I show you that I'm grateful. You love that I show you that, you know, thank you for doing this. Let me cook. Let me feed you. Thank you for doing this for me. Let me take care of you. If you're dating a strong woman and she...
Yeah, that's definitely a lot. Now, I had a whole Instagram conversation about this, and I don't even like typing, but I end up typing about 2 pages on this situation.
You?
And yeah, and I don't like typing, because I don't like going through a typing war, because when you go through a type, when I feel like when I go through a typing conversation, I'll never get out exactly everything I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was me. I had a whole, because at first I was sitting there and I was like, so it's just like, because this is how I just felt like, you're going through a problem and we're in a relationship and you know you need help. So I sit there and I say to you, hey babe, what's going on? You need some help? No, I'm all right. But you know you need help. But no, I'm all right is your response. All I'm saying is, if we're trying to get better as a relationship, we have to work on things like that. That has to be worked on. It can't just be no, I'm all right. It got to be, listen, this is what's going on, and usually I handle this by myself. I would like for you to help me with it, but I feel as though if you don't help me with this, then I can't trust you with nothing else.
That's what you expect her to say.
She could have said that. I ain't just gonna say just her. Anybody could have said that. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. What do you her, feel? Not that woman, but her, as in any her.
Yeah, her. But what I'm saying, so what do you feel?
Well, the first half of what she said, when she kept saying, if you're dating a strong woman and you ask her this and she says that, she doesn't really mean that. She means this. When she gave those, I was kind of uneasy with it, because it almost seems like she's saying that we're disingenuous about things. And that's not fully what happens, at least not with me. I'm a strong woman. I've always been told I'm a strong woman since I was, young in dealing with guys. And I'm so used to getting things done that a lot of the times if someone asks me that question, do you need anything, or what's wrong? Can I help you, or whatever? I'm so used to doing it for myself that my first response is, no, I got it. And it's not that I'm saying it to mislead you. It's just what I'm used to doing. It's how I'm wired. It's how I had to be. Especially being a single mother, I had to get it done. And when you're in that mode for so long because you had to be, when someone comes along offering the help, it's not that you rejecting that person. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with the person that's asking you. It has everything to do with how you're set up and how you're just on automatic pilot to get things done. Even though you need help, you're not going to ask for it or accept it at that moment. And I can tell you about me, Dennis. Sometimes someone will ask me and I'll say, no, I'm okay. But if they ask me a third or fourth time, that's when it will register. You know what, chick, you better go ahead and say yeah, because you do need this help. And I can't explain to you why sometimes it takes that many times. The problem is you can't count on people to keep asking you. A lot of people are like you. They're going to ask you one time if you need help. You say no. All right. I know you. That's you. You would be like, all right. She said she got it. All right.
That ain't me in a relationship. Me in a
Okay,
relationship,
well,
I'm actually keeping
I'll say in a friendship.
Me regular.
That's how you are.
Me regular. I'm more so. All right, but me in a relationship, I don't want to see you unhappy,
right?
Or sitting there stressed. Like, let's try to figure this out. Like, that's more so what I'm trying to say. No need for you to just be sitting there in a ball of stress over something that I may have answers to if we just sit there and talk about it.
Exactly. And that's why communication is key. I'm always talking to you about that too. That's why, you know, when you told me in your relationships in the past how you did not communicate and how you've gotten better, that I commended you for that, because that is very, very key. The other person, it's not fair to the other person if you don't communicate and you don't share what you need help with, or you don't share, I'm having a problem. That's supposed to be the person that you share with, just like you said. And when you don't, it really is unfair to the other person. I know this, and I know this about me. And also it's unfair because you don't give that other person a chance to even show how much they care about you. You don't even give them the chance. Why? Because you don't even tell them, you don't even give them the opportunity to even try to help you when you just say, nope, I got it. Can I help you? Nope, I got it. And it's like, okay, I have a really good friend like that. She's going through some things right now. And every time I call to say, hey, you need anything? Nope. But then later on, she's complaining, talking about ain't nobody come check on her. I'm like, well, but I'm reaching out to you as your friend, and you keep,
because they want you to go above and beyond.
They want you to
instead
fight.
of just saying, listen, I'm gonna need you to come check on me. Listen,
right?
I'm gonna need you to come see me. I ain't doing this well, but they want you to go above and beyond on what they would think.
Right.
That's what they want. Right. And as you can see, that above and beyond stuff ain't working. There ain't that many very successful relationships out there. All right, relationships are crumbling because you expect people to go through a goddamn mountain.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you have to say stuff like that, even if it's something that they really can't. That you know that they can't help with. You know, if they say, "Hey, you need some help," yeah, I need help with this. Okay, listen. I'm not gonna say and tell you I can help you with that because I can't.
That's right. I think you're 100% right. So, like I said, I think she had, like Ethan put in the chat. I'm sorry, that lady was full of contradictions. You want us guys to force ourselves to help you. That's exactly what Dennis and I are talking about right now, Ethan. It's almost like that's what some women want, some. And it's not that I want you to force yourself on me, but like I said, for me, sometimes it takes you asking me more than one time because I'm just on automatic mode. You know, like my son's turning 30 this year. I raised him mostly by myself. And so when you're in the house, you're the only adult and you're responsible for this child. You got to make decisions all the time, whether you're tired, whether you're in pain, whether you're angry, sleepy, hungry, it don't matter. You have to make decisions. You got to figure it out because that child, that little face is looking at you and it's just you. And so being wired that way for all these years, even now, even the people closest to me can ask me. And sometimes I'll just say, no, I'm all right. And I'm not all right. And it's something, you know, if you're not aware of it unless somebody calls it out. At least I'm not. Unless somebody calls me out on it, then I have to admit, you know what? You're absolutely right. And the person who was the master at calling that out was my mother. And she would come over. She's like, Sharon, I don't understand why you did not tell me you needed help. I could have helped you long ago. Rest her soul. And I would say, Mom, I just didn't want to worry you. And I was trying to figure it out like I've always done and make it work. You see? Try not to be so dependent. I think it's also the youngest, baby sister syndrome. When you're the youngest, you tend to be more needy than the rest. And then as you get older, you keep hearing that from the older siblings. Oh, she just this, she's that, she's more needy than I am. She's dependent, and I'm more independent than she is, and she's dependent, and blah blah blah. So when you get older, it's like, okay, we're gonna prove that wrong. I'm not gonna ask anybody to help me. I'm gonna try to figure this out on my own. Not always the wisest thing to do, but that's where it comes from. Does that make sense?
No, that makes sense. I'm the older sibling on both sides, mom and dad.
Mm-hmm.
My brother and sister are the babies. Yeah. So
I'm the baby, honey.
I understand it. But I had a lot of family, so I never really went into they were more needy and nothing like that because we were just it's a big community. As I told you, my dad's side, there's so many people over there. I can't name all of them. Sure. We start putting them in groups. That's what we start doing. There's groups. You know what I mean? So there's too many people. On my mom's side, I can name everybody on my mom's side. My dad's side,
it's too many. I get it.
Too many.
I get it. But I mean, there's some truth to what she was saying, but I think she goes a little bit too far with the disingenuousness, though, because it's not that we're not saying. And it's never that I want him to save me. That's the part I didn't like. I didn't like when she said that. I didn't like that use of the words save me. She wants you to save her. I don't want nobody to save me. Ain't nobody save me but Jesus. That's it.
That's right.
I don't need you saving me. Okay. Helping me figure something out is not saving me. Helping me. Not I want to sit and chill and let you figure out my problem. No. And I didn't like that connotation.
I understood where she was coming from, but if any woman, any person want a relationship to work, as you're going to have to communicate even through those bad times, not just the good ones, even through those bad times.
Yeah.
Even through those times that you're just used to doing it yourself. Even if you made a mistake and you don't really want to say nothing, you're going to say something anyway. I try to look to see who can people make it to a 30-year marriage. People be happy. You know what I mean? That's some of the things I just, again, I preach happiness. Is all I preach. Just to be happy. Because it's too hard out here to be stressing.
Absolutely.
That's how I feel.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So those were our videos for today. Those are some of the things that just through this week I saw and I was like, you know what? Maybe we should talk about this. And I was like, season 3, I never really put the video side to it. The first show, season 3. Let me put the videos on here. Let me see how they went. Everybody that's in the comments, y'all let me know exactly how y'all felt about it.
Those were some good videos, Dennis. Those were some good ones.
Thank you. And but do you have any last words, though?
Well, I have one more thing that I wanted to mention to you. Wanted to get your feelings and thoughts about. I'm sure we're going to talk about this on Tuesday, but Jawn's suspension. What do you feel about the number of games he got?
Well, I personally feel for the last 2 seasons, he done missed about 25 games anyway. Per season. Let me get that out of the way. Per season. He missed about 25 games per season for the last 2 years. So him losing 25 games is something that he needs to fix himself in, Jawn Morant. But the team gonna be fine. They know how to win without him.
Right.
But he needs to fix himself and make sure that he can get his self together and play better and play harder so they can get past the second round of the NBA playoffs.
Yeah, I think the 25 games is fair. The amount of money that he's losing, it's a lot of money, Dennis. That's a lot. And so I've seen a lot of people posting that they're not happy with it, that Adam Silver was soft in his decision. And I'm sorry, I don't see where they're getting this from. I'm like,
They want him to be. You know why? Because the last guy, David Stern, would have gave him a year. You know why?
yeah,
So
but
they just
David
comparing
Stern,
him to. They comparing him to David Stern. That's what it is. They're gonna keep comparing him to David Stern.
but David Stern been gone for I don't know how long, and
Been going out the
people,
NBA and died.
these people, what I'm let me tell you what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the whole comparison with Kyrie thing. I keep seeing that talking about how Nike is sticking by Ja, but they wouldn't stick by Kyrie through his issues. And I'm thinking you're comparing two different things, trying to make a point, but I feel like it's a failed point. I don't feel like they're one and the same. That I don't. That's first thing. Second thing, this is a very serious decision, this suspension. 25 games is a lot, especially in today's NBA with the contract that he has. Now, if this was some role player that's number 7, number 3 or 4 off the bench and not making any money, 25 games is not that much to sneeze at. 25 games to John Moran is a lot of money because it's without pay. That's a lot of money.
What's the best way for you to learn lesson?
Hit the pockets. If you're gonna be the knucklehead and people keep talking to you, and you don't listen, hit the pockets. And maybe now he will listen on this off season. I don't care about that speech that the PR person, that statement that the PR person wrote. It might be how he feels, but I'm sure the PR person wrote it. And there's nothing wrong with the PR person writing it, folks. That's the PR person's job, okay? Stop bashing Ja for putting out PR written statements. That's what they're supposed to do. So stop that also. But I hate all this for him, Dennis. Ja is one of my favorite players. I did not like the way he and his teammates started behaving, especially this season. It's like they even got worse than last season as far as their attitudes. But I still love Ja as a player. I think he's just one of the most electrifying players in the game, and he has every reason to be the new face of the NBA if he would just stop all this other foolishness. The foolishness will keep him from that. It won't be his play. It'll be the foolishness.
I'll tell you one thing I know for sure. The NBA the world loves a redemption story.
Yes.
He could write a great story.
Mm-hmm.
He go out and do what he needs to do in that basketball court. He could write a great story.
And if he goes to the Olympics.
I was going to wait for Tuesday for that, but yeah, he needs to go to the Olympics.
Yeah. But that's okay. We can still say it on Tuesday, honey. We get different audiences on Tuesday. We're good. So I just wanted to get your thoughts on that. And my final words though is first of all, folks, our actual anniversary is the 19th, which is Monday, which is Juneteenth. People do not know what Juneteenth is about. Go read about it. Go to the library and get a history book, and not a history book, but a book on Juneteenth and read it. Don't rely just on the internet. Go to the library, guys. Go visit a library. All kind of stuff in the library, all in one place. And for me to be able to actually pick something up and hold it and read it, it's a feeling like no other to me. This electronic viewing with the blue light messing up your vision and all that, you don't need it. Just go to the library. That's one thing. But Juneteenth is a day we should celebrate. I still celebrate Juneteenth and the 4th of July. I don't care what y'all Hotep folks say. I'm celebrating it. And I just think that we should use this as a time of unity in our community. So get out there and do something great in honor of the ancestors who are out here looking over us, watching over us. Let's honor them, especially on Juneteenth and from now on. And last thing I'm going to say is to those businesses and places that are not closed on Monday in honor of Juneteenth, I think you need to get a grip and change that. Any last thoughts from you, Dennis?
Definitely want to say I'm happy to be here for season 3. That's what I definitely want to say. It's a little rocky road this morning, but we made it. We made it, baby, and I'm happy for that. And people out there, I always preach happiness and all that. But let me just say, stop stressing. Mm-hmm. Stop stressing. Stop stressing. Get yourself together. Something may be going on. You may be late with a bill or something. Ain't the first time. Ain't the first rodeo. All right. Get it together. Tighten up and do what you need to do.
Yep.
That's what I'm going to say.
I'm glad to share this show with you every Saturday, Dennis. You're the best co-host in the world. Love it. Love it. It's been 2 great seasons. Looking forward to this 3rd one. We got some great things coming up. Great things. And I'm very excited about it.
Yes. But in other hands, ladies and gentlemen, God bless. Great day.